Welcome to another episode of the Unhelpful Parenting Podcast.
We are in for an awesome episode today. We are doing our birthday prize draw giveaway. We are talking cyclones inside and outside of our house. Sam gets a dad joke in there. We've got parents in the news with some wild parenting stories. And also we've got the answers to the question, what has your kid done that's got you in trouble?
Well, we didn't just fly over to an Asian country and take two kids.
Drawing our birthday giveaway prize draw. Oh, you are so rude.
We're here for another episode. Welcome back.
Hey everyone. We are one. We had our birthday episode last week.
We did.
So I was thinking about it. And like as a newborn podcast, we were obviously finding our way. There are probably some very tragic episodes back if you go too far back. Lots of hilarious stories. Probably.
There are definitely tragic episodes.
But now I'm like, okay, we're one. So we're learning to walk. We're getting the hang of things a little bit. But does that also mean we get to start chucking tantrums now?
Yes. Damn straight.
I was like, okay, this might be the year that Sam starts to chuck a tantrum or two. Because I would never, ever.
Sure.
Sam's looking at me weird because he knows that out of the two of us, I'm the most likely to lose my crap and have a tantrum. Yep. You're just naturally grumpy.
What's life if not one big tantrum?
Anyway, we start every week with a yay or a nay. And so this week, I know the natural one to go to would be the weather, and I'm going to let Sam dive into that because that's going to be his yay or nay because, I mean, tropical cyclone Alfred.
It will be yay and nay.
So I'm leaving that to Sam. But for me, one of my things I am loving with our oldest, because obviously we're discovering the new phases as they come. One of the things I'm loving is that we're having all these deep and meaningful chats, and we've gone beyond I'm just looking after you physically to I'm helping you learn the world, and we're having all these really deep and meaningful chats. I love it, except for when she starts asking questions. So my nay
is,
oh my gosh, the questions that it's not just deep and meaningful. I love you so much, mummy, and talking about what's your favorite thing to do and what do you like, what are you dreaming about, and what's
no,
it's not all like that. They're
sweet.
The good bits. That's the yay bits. Just before bed every night, she drops a question that I'm like, I don't know. She's very obsessed with what happens when we die at the moment. And so we've talked about heaven because that's what we believe in. But even that, she's like, Mummy, I don't want to go to heaven. I'm like, well, it's better than the other place. And she's like, no, Mummy, I would miss you.
She just wants to live forever.
And I'm like, cool, okay, just trying to navigate this. And then the other night she asked me, because she was just going down these rabbit holes the other night, she's like, Mummy, do kids ever go to heaven? And I'm like, I was expecting birds and the bees questions to be the hard ones. I'm here going, please just ask me about sex. Please.
Okay.
It's easier than this. So I don't know if we just have a very deep thinking child or whether this is something a lot of kids go through and parents are just not talking about it because who wants to talk about the fact that you don't have the answers for your kids? But yeah, that's my nay at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, you've copped a few questions too yourself.
I have, and I've avoided them. I've changed the subject.
Have you been telling her to come talk to me? I bet it's been go ask Mummy.
Some of them have been. Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, what's your yay or nay?
Yay and nay combo was the freaking cyclone. Because it was it was on and it's off and it's on and it's off and it's on and it's off.
Oh man.
He was good for content though.
Yes.
There was many reels going around. I made 2.
Yeah. You can go find them on the Unhelpful Dad.
Yeah. And I feel like my last one actually applied because it's the Monty Python one where it's run. It's he's never going to get here. And then all of a sudden he stabs you in the face. And literally we woke up last night and the Sunshine Coast is flooded. Yesterday morning and the Sunshine Coast was flooded.
But we barely had a storm. Well, it happened overnight, but even then.
It was a bit windy at night, but But
all this lead up and panic.
But the cyclone had finished on Saturday. And they're like, okay, he's all gone. And then we wake up and it's flooding.
Yeah.
And it's like, just when you thought he was gone, he stabs you in the face. Freaking Alfred. But yeah.
So what's the yay?
Okay. Yay was spending time with the kids.
Yeah, because they kept them home
because they closed the schools
on Thursday, Friday, on beautiful sunny days.
Yeah, so we went out for a walk. It was lovely. And then the nay, spending time with kids. In a very small house.
Oh, we love them. I think it's just our house is too small because we took them out to your parents' house and spent the day with them just at your parents' house and they were fine. So
it's literally, we just need a new house.
The biggest cyclone was the one inside our house with our children.
Oh yeah, there was no cyclone outside.
No cyclone outside. It all hit inside.
Yeah.
All right. I'm doing Parents in the News again. And before you whinge, I've decided that means you can have one dad joke.
This one's going to be controversial.
Oh no.
I'm going to cop it.
I'm already regretting my choices.
No, you're fine. I'm going to cop it from all our female listeners, from all the mums.
Oh, well, I'm ready. Tell us. This is...
What is the difference between Iron Man and Iron Woman?
What?
One is a superhero and the other is a command.
Oh.
I just let her tick through.
No. I just had to think.
I know. You literally went through it.
Oh, you and your sense of humor. Like, you just... I let you have one back and you do that with it.
You said you want controversial.
Say goodbye. I did not say controversial. I said good.
That's good. It's a good dad joke.
Oh, well... Parents in the News are back by popular demand. I got sent a story this week. Like, people enjoy this part of the podcast.
Random ass facts by Beck.
Well, no.
Is this actually a parent in the news?
Yes.
Okay.
It is an actual parent in the news.
All right, you may claim it this week.
Well, one story is a parent, one is a kid. But anyway, parents in the news. So it's an old story, but someone sent it to me. So I'm like, yes, this is good. In 2021, a carjacker in Beaverton, Oregon, returned a 4-year-old child to their mother after realizing they were in the backseat of the car he was stealing. The thief came back, returned the child, and scolded the mother for leaving the kid in the car and threatened to call the police on her before driving off and stealing the car. The carjacking took place outside of a grocery store where the mum had left the car running with the child in the back seat. She left the car unlocked and went inside to buy a gallon of milk and some meat. But in the meantime, the thief saw the car running and was opportunistic. He U-turned in the car park when he realised the kid was in there.
America.
He was obviously happy to be a thief, but drew the line at kidnapping. It was like, no, not being a part of that.
Credit.
I'll take your car. I don't want your kid.
Credit where credit is due. But
I feel like with how noisy our kids are in the car, they'd make it to the end of the parking lot and turn around and be like,
I'm not doing this.
I'm not doing this.
Well, one, we wouldn't leave them in the car with the car running and the car unlocked and
and two, you can barely stand 5 minutes in the car with them and their noise and their beep, bop, beep. Yesterday was just random noises. They were just making random noises.
Like, I couldn't think. I was like, nah, shut up.
Could you imagine being the phone operator, though, and getting the phone call from a thief, like being like, I'm in the middle of carjacking this car?
No, he probably wouldn't do that, though. He's like, hey, I just saw a woman in the car. Like, you just avoid the subject of that you
But he's still stealing the car.
Or maybe. Yeah, did he just drop the kid off and be like, all right, bye? And then
it says he still stole the car. He drove back, dropped the kid, told the mum off and took the car.
That's the best. Nah, she deserves it. Don't leave your kid in the car. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, man.
Well, that could have turned out way worse.
It could have. Anyway, speaking of different cultures and countries, surgeons in India just successfully removed a parasitic twin from a 17-year-old in a rare operation. He was born with the legs, buttocks, and genitalia of his parasitic twin attached to his torso. So I kind of was scrolling past the stories and went to scroll past this and was a bit like, until I saw the photo.
I was going to say, you saw the photo, didn't you?
Look at He literally has like the bottom half of another person
fake as crap
sticking out of his stomach.
That looks fake as crap.
Well, it's a legit news story.
On MSN, questionable.
And the BBC.
Yeah. Wow.
But anyway, so he spent his whole life being told that the surgery would kill him by his local doctors because obviously where he lived in India didn't have access.
Probably from the infection more than the surgery.
Oh, you are so rude.
Well, that's normally what kills them over there. So they don't have the hygiene in surgeries.
Oh, I feel like that was very... No, they have proper hospitals and they have proper places. Anyway, but then when by the time he turned 17, they were able to get him to specialists who said it was literally a 2-hour surgery to remove it and he was fine. So he spent his whole life. Imagine having a child that your whole life you're looking after with this massive like disability, being told life-threatening, can't get rid of it, for it to be a 2-hour surgery.
Wow.
What they removed was almost 15 kilos or 33 pounds.
Stop
so
that.
It wasn't just a little thing.
It looks like something that AI would spit out. It's like, give me an
I know, it does.
Give me an Indian kid.
Extra legs and extra... Yep. Absolutely insane. Anyway, so that was all for my parents in the news. But if you see random stories like that you'd like us to share, I'm always scrolling on the offbeat news channels. I love them.
All you ever do.
I did study some journalism at uni, and so I love just reading news stories, but I love the not doom and gloom ones. That's why I usually end up in the offbeat section. And they're always gold. Anyway, we are going into, it's kind of the confessional, but not really. It's like I put the question out there. So it's kind of answers to questions, but it's a bit confession-y.
Let's just get into it.
So I put the question out there. What has your child done that's got you in trouble?
All the things.
And this came off the back of, we shared a reel of a story we shared quite a while ago, actually, of a dad who got stopped by a security guard because his kid was chucking a tantrum on his way out. And the security guard was like...
You're not my dad.
Yeah, the kid was like, you're not my dad. Anyway, we got sent a lot of stories off the back of that. And so I put the question out there, like, what's your kid done that's got you in trouble? And we can just read through these. They are so good.
On you go.
My 3-year-old son would take his seatbelt off and walk around in the back of the car. I saw a police officer on the side of the road and asked for assistance. I opened the back door, telling the officer that this young man would not sit down and keep his seatbelt on. Standing there, bold as ever, he declared, "She hit me." I was gobsmacked. How that officer kept a straight face, I don't know, but at least we got him wearing his seatbelt.
Kid knows where it's at. Kid knows how to play the game.
Can you imagine? Just a parent probably saw that moment and was like, yes, this is the best opportunity to teach my kid to put his seatbelt on.
And then he's like, you hit me.
You hit me.
That's pretty good. I like that.
At least the police officer could see through it. It's not like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm not going to go there. My brother had the whole SWAT team and police chopper turn up to his house exactly 1 hour after school pickup. There were multiple reports of a child abduction through to 000 after his daughter did a runner into traffic at handover and he had to catch her. He was at the window filming the chopper in the sky saying, real must be going on today. And then his door got knocked on. He was actually impressed with the response time because he drives a fleet car that's not registered in his name and they were at his door in an hour. Once they realised the mistake, the police were amazing. It's pretty good.
That must have been a shocker of a tantrum, like, and running into traffic.
Well, you see a girl running away into the street, and you see a man running after her and picking her up, and her kicking and screaming. You go,
yeah. Well, multiple people did. They had the multiple reports. I'm pretty impressed with the response too.
Within an hour on a fleet car, that's pretty good. Well done, SWAT.
Yeah.
Yeah, well played.
Could you imagine though, like he's like staring at the window, looking at the choppers being like, oh my gosh, like something's happening. And it's like, actually it's you, mate.
This makes me think of The Rookie. I love The Rookie.
Oh, you and your TV shows.
LAPD. Anyway,
Getting my 4-year-old out of the car, I accidentally hit him in the face with my purse as I turned around. Later, in a very public space, he proclaimed, "Mama, if you hit me in the face again, I'll be sad forever." Why he decided to only be upset about it an hour later is beyond me.
Delayed. He was just processing. It's just delayed reaction.
It's like, not when you're like, "Oh, are you okay? Sorry, I didn't mean to bump you. Oops." Like,
or she maybe the purse got close to hitting him in the face again, and he was like,
trauma
like
response.
PTSD. Yeah.
Kids say the funniest things in public spaces. Some of the best stories we've been sent have been these public spaces.
I do. I did this to my dad when I was a kid. I chucked a tantrum, shouted he wasn't my dad. He had tan skin, dark hair, and almost a black beard. I had blonde hair and fair skin. A bunch of old ladies surrounded his car, and eventually they let him leave, but the police turned up at our house later. They met my fair-skinned, light-haired mother at the door and my irate father yelling about never taking me to the shops ever again.
I feel like that would be what would happen in our house if that happened to us.
Yeah, except I'm not tanned and a black beard.
To the shops again.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty much already the decision with the 3-year-old. I will not take him to the shops.
I'm already surprised.
It's like, mate, stand still. Stop touching things. Get over here. What are you doing? Why are you walking away? Come back over here. All right, stay there. All right, stop touching things. Like, mate.
Yeah, people just don't understand DNA either. Just like, yeah, of course the dad's got dark hair, but obviously the mum's got light hair. Just, you can't see one parent and judge what the kid's going to look like.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you always had that growing up with your brother and sister.
They're Asian though. That's not DNA.
No, but people would look at you and be like,
"Are you an albino Asian?" And you go, "Yeah." And then they go, "Oh, is your mum Asian?" And you go, "Yeah." And you go, "Oh, yeah, true. Is your dad Asian?"
It's like, look at you, the most Caucasian.
My natural skin tone is pink.
Oh, man. It's so funny. Sam's brother and sister are adopted. If you're a new listener and haven't heard that story before, just some context.
Well, we didn't just fly over to an Asian country and take 2 kids. Like. Anyway.
Okay. All right. My 4-year-old casually asked the police officer at the random breath test if he was going to take them to their real mummy now. Luckily, she is the spitting image of me, and the police officer had a good laugh and said, "I am 100% sure this is your mum." So no, she was devastated.
Freaking little turds. Like, they're just cheeky.
They could get you in so much trouble. It's just their mouths on them. And the things they can say, I'm always worried about what they're going to say at school and what they're telling their teachers about us
where
at
they come up with stuff like that. Like, how do they read like a 4-year-old? How do you read that situation and go, ferals? Anyway, I sent my brother to pick up my daughter from school. He's on the emergency contact list and looks after her at least once a week. He told her teacher she'd never met him in her life. They had to call me to check. Freaking turd.
What did she think was going to happen? Like,
wow.
If I don't let him take me home, what, mum's going to come? I don't know.
Yeah,
what the thought process is there.
Yeah,
wow. Kids are great.
Or they're just feral and they don't want to leave and they go, "No, I don't know you." Because they know they can get away with it.
Oh, kids are hilarious. Well, thank you for sending your stories in. As always, send in all your funny stories, the funny things kids say, the embarrassing moments. I mean, last episode was great with that 16-year-old walking into the surprise party announcing she needed to take a dump.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So, yeah, send us your funny stories, your fails, your parent fails. We do them in the confessionals completely anonymous. We always keep the stories anonymous unless they are our own or our parents'. Yeah. Sam's throwing his parents under the bus before. Yep, send the stories in. We love to have a laugh. I have parents all the time send us messages about how helpful it is. We now are going to move on to the much anticipated part of the episode. where we are drawing our birthday giveaway prize draw. So last week we put out there, if you listen to the episode, Sam got to put his dad jokes in to put 3 code words out there, and if you send them to us, you went in the draw. So I am literally doing this as we record. Can you see? I have the picker wheel.
Yeah, Wheel of Names.
Wheel of Names ready. Let's click to spin.
How many did the thingamajiggy?
Derek. Congratulations, Derek. You are the winner of our giveaway. I will contact you the way that you entered. If you entered on Instagram, I'll contact you there. If you entered via email, I will contact you there. And congratulations and happy birthday to us.
Well, congratulations, Derek. We will be in touch. But that's it for the episode.
Yeah, follow us. Make sure you're following us on YouTube,
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
all the places. Not X. We're not on X or Threads or none of the boring stuff for old people. And if you've made it this far in the video, please like it if you are on YouTube. If you're listening on any of the other platforms, leave us a review or rate us. Help us reach more parents and have a laugh.
Have a good week, and we'll see you next week.